Hey, good morning, everyone. Coach Danny Alvarez here, Alvarez Jiu-Jitsu in Austin, Texas. Real quick, I just wanted to share something with you. I was just watching while I was running on the treadmill here before class, getting out to teach some classes. I was watching Good Morning Football on the NFL Network, and the topic was what they were discussing was like how important or how serious should people take NFL players not showing up early to voluntary practices. Because it's the season's kind of far away, right? So teams are starting to get together, get to workouts in, some strength and conditioning, just doing some other workouts together. And some players are showing up versus some of the players are not. And they're talking about leadership and how does that look for the rest of the team if one of the top leaders in the team aren't really showing up to practice, the voluntary practices early. How does that set the tone for the rest of the team? And I think it makes a difference. But some people, without a doubt, are just more gifted than others. They have more talent than others. They have a high Q for whatever sport or whatever they're doing than others. I feel, me personally, because I catch a lot of flack from a lot of people, that I overtrain, that I do too much, I should take a day off. But I just don't feel like I've never had those extra special gifts, those extra talents. I feel like I've always been good, probably a little bit above average. But in order to catch those guys that are on that higher level, that have those extra gifts, like, just really good athleticism, just those, some people are just really strong. Again, higher IQ for what you're doing. I just feel like I've always had to just do more to try to catch up to them or to be able to even compete with them. I've always been like that. I've always just felt like I can't afford to take a day off. That's not for everyone. Some people just have to take a day off. They need rest days. I try to use my sleep as my rest period, but without a doubt, it's hard for me to take a day off. I train 3 times a day, whether that consists of a run. Like right now I'm running, just got done running, then I'll train jiu-jitsu, do 4 rounds, and then I'll get a break this afternoon, and then I'll train again tonight. I do that 4 days a week, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's like 2 sessions. I'll run or work out and then train jiu-jitsu. But again, that's not for everyone. Some people can get away with that. I have students, man, they're just absolute beasts. Like they can just come 2 days a week, walk in the room, really don't stretch out, and then just tap everyone out. I mean, this is how good they are. Like their level of jiu-jitsu is really good, and their IQ of jiu-jitsu is really high. And man, they can afford to take those days off because they're just that dang good. Me, I've never felt like I've had that level of whether it's jiu-jitsu or whatever, that I've always felt like I've had to do 7 days a week, do all these training sessions, do more than others because I'm trying to either catch up or just stay in the heat, just stay in the race, and to give myself a chance. So, that's my take on it. I feel like, for those that need the rest, you need to take it. Some people just, again, have that high skill level, they can afford to do that. And then for some of us that kind of just, don't have all those extra gifts, you got to do that extra work. You got to put in that extra time. You got to show up. You got to do an extra round after practice. You got to get an extra half mile in if you have to. Do an extra set of pull-ups, an extra set right when you say it's done, or you did your number of reps. Do a couple more reps. That's just the way I've had to be all these years, and it's paid off for me because again, not a bragging session, but the goals that I've set forth in jiu-jitsu, pretty much accomplished them all. 3-time master world champion, 4-time no-gi master world champion, and then, number 1 ranking black belt master for IBJJF, and the list goes on. But only been able to do that because of the work ethic that I put in and the type of, just the mindset that I have on that. So again, for me as a leader, also running the academy, and then just kind of where I know certain people look up to me, I feel like I have to do that because that's the kind of example I need to set. So if you're in a leadership position, you're in a position of influence, you just got to outwork everyone and show everyone around you that, it's worth that extra time to put in that extra work, in order for people to follow you. Because me personally, I won't follow anyone that's not willing to put in that work ethic. If I'm looking at someone, I had a wrestling coach like that in high school. It was my assistant coach that came out and trained with us and did the work versus my wrestling coach, not weight bashing or anything like that, but it's just what it is. He was an overweight guy. He drank super big gulps on the side practice. He never got on the mat with us. He actually laid down and coached us. And that just never set well with me. To me, my coach was the assistant coach. He was a guy in the sweats, full of sweat, doing drills with us, showing us the techniques, answering our questions, versus the other guy, you know, coaching from the sidelines, man, you know, out of shape, overweight, you know, had trouble getting up off the mat. I don't even know how he made it as a coach. You know, he had previous accolades that gave him the position or whatever, you know. So anyways, outwork everyone. Never compare yourself to anyone else. If you see someone else taking a break, don't allow that to give yourself a break. You gotta get after it and do what you feel you need to do to get to that next level. And don't watch everyone else do. Just do you, and it'll all pay off at the end. All right, you guys have a great day and a great week. Talk to you soon.